Hello from Captain Hook. I've got a story to tell you and a short video to show you. But first I want to start off by saying I understand your theme this year as God Restores. And I'd like to talk about an experience I had in Indonesia flying in the Central Highlands about a little girl that God restored. When God restores something, He makes things new or changes things completely and makes them for the better. And that's what I want to talk about today, about God restoring this little girl. I lived and flew an airplane for many years in the Central Highlands of Indonesia, in a place called New Guinea, way up high in the mountains. No roads, no cars, no other ways to get around. So the people were very isolated. Most of the children there never get to go to school. Maybe like you get to go to school. And of course, if they did go to school, how would they get there? And for the missionary children, we had to fly them in the airplane to get to school. How would you like to go in an airplane to school instead of riding a bus? Probably more fun, huh? So this little girl, her name is Emma. Emma is her name. Actually, we named her Emma. She was living in one of these remote villages, and she never got to go to school. And until God restored her. But let me take you back to the beginning of the story. Some of the people that live in those isolated areas do strange, very strange things, different than we do, because they have a different culture. And this one couple in the village had all boys. And that's what they like, is to have all boys and not too many girls. And when Emma was born and just a baby, the father was very upset that it wasn't a boy. And so he said, I don't want this girl. I want a boy. And so he took Emma from her mother and he wrapped her up in some big banana leaves, and he hung the banana leaves outside the little hut where they lived in the hot, hot sun for Emma to die. We had flown into that village and we heard about the story, and we ran down there and we took the banana leaves down, and fortunately little Emma was still alive. She was just a baby. We said, can we have this baby? And the father says, go, take her. I don't want her. So we put her in the airplane and we flew her back to the mission hospital. And there she lived till she grew, till she was about 5 or 6 years old. And she had good health restored. And she was starting to go to school. And she was such an excellent student. She was made the highest grades, and she did the best in her school. And to honor God, and because God had restored her to such a wonderful place, a new family, a place to go to school, Emma wanted to write a song. And she wrote the song herself. And you'll find that when you see this little video that I'm going to show you, it's Emma. She's singing, and then the rest of her class is singing with her. And they do songs a little bit different than we do songs back here in America. They kind of chant their songs. And so there'll be some English writing at the bottom, and maybe that can be read to you as they play the video, or you can watch it and see what it says on the video. But I want you to pay attention to the words and how she's honoring Jesus for what He did for her life. And so just know that little Emma is growing now almost into a teenager, and she's actually so good at school and has done so well that we're seeing if we can get her out to go to a real high school on the coast. So yes, God restored little Emma and even went beyond and made her a great student. Someday she'll probably be a leader in her community. So just remember, God does restore. Take a look at this video.